Well, it's great to be in Taiwan. I consider Taiwan my second home. My name is Dick Diamond from YG Acoustics. And 很久以前，我很年轻的时候，19岁到21岁，我就在台北那个地方。我在台湾的时候，我是传教，所以我觉得台湾是我第二个家，很喜欢在台湾跟你们谈一下。我会用英文好不好？我讲关于技术的事，英文比较好。Okay. We have 8 key technologies, and I'm afraid it might take up your entire video if I explained all of the key technologies, but what we're showing here at the show is the Haley 2.2. That's what we have in our dachi room on the veranda floor. And then up on the second floor, we have a wonderful dealer. His name is Stephen Jiang. I forget what his store is called because it's in Chinese. But Stephen also has Haley 2.2s and Sonya 2.2s in his room. So he's able to make that comparison between our 2 key models, our best-selling models. But the Haley 2 series was introduced just about the first of the year. And we've showed it a few places around the world. But it's in Series 2 form, and this is a speaker that in Series 2 form, I think enjoyed maybe the biggest upgrade in terms of sound quality. The key to what the Haley includes is the BilletDome tweeter, which is very similar. The tweeters that we've had for years are called Forge Core. So we have a soft dome tweeter that uses a ScanSpeak illuminator magnet, but we take the inside of the tweeter apart and remachine the motor system on the inside to reduce distortion, basically. Well, Yoav Geva, who's YG, the YG of YG Acoustics, Yoav Geva found this incredible way to take it a step further. You know, in the market today, you've got hard dome tweeters and you've got soft dome tweeters. And hard dome tweeters are great because they accelerate very quickly without bending or without changing their shape. But the problem with a hard dome tweeter is they have a spike in the high frequencies just above the audible band. And what that does is that lends sort of a harsh, aggressive sound to the speakers. So then you have soft dome tweeters. Soft dome tweeters are very smooth. They're maybe not as extended or maybe not able to move as quickly as a dome tweeter without distorting their shape. So Yoav Geva decided, I've got an idea. Let's make the best of hard dome and the best of soft dome. Well, if you take a hard dome and you put a soft dome over the top, all you have is a heavy tweeter. So he found this incredible way to strengthen the soft dome, which has self-damping, with this airframe. And this airframe adds rigidity. It makes this dome stronger than any other hard dome tweeter. We have a test, we have actually a video, I think, that you can get to on our website that shows the strength of this tweeter. So you've got the incredible ability to accelerate very, very quickly, handle many G-forces, kind of like a fighter pilot would handle. And at the same time, we put the fabric dome over the top, which is self-damping. So we don't have the high frequency ring, but we have frequency extension clear out to 40 kilohertz. So it's just an amazing tweeter, and it took the Haley just to the next level. What that does for sound quality, the first thing I heard was all of a sudden you could hear the reverb, the natural echoes or reverb of the recording studio. And it just brings to life the recording. And yet it's even more transparent. You can see through things. It's like a veil has been lifted from the sound. So you hear the venue or the recording side. You hear inner detail that's just amazing. And so that's the first big secret with the new Haley Series 2. The BilletDome tweeter, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Yoav Geva was going to be able to pull it off, to make it work. But he is a very determined individual. The idea was brilliant, but I thought, you know, good luck. I hope you can do it. But I'll tell you what, he manages to do it every time. So what we do is we start with a solid block of aluminum, and then we machine it into this shape, which this is solid. It looks kind of like a hat. And then out of that solid piece, we create the airframe, or what we call in Chinese, 框架. So from this, you probably can't see this with the camera, but from this, we're able to machine this. And this is quite an amazing feat. Yoav tried many different versions of this frame, or what we call the airframe. And what he found after many different versions and trying everything, this particular shape of the frame with 3 legs and a triangle shape in the top is the one that was magic. That's the one that worked and gave us the perfect frequency response. So that's a beautiful thing with the BilletDome tweeter. The other thing that all of our current speakers use is, and this is not a new technology for us, but what we call billet core. And the billet core drivers start with a solid block, liu ding, of aluminum, and then it's slowly carved or machined, or 切削, and it's carved into the shape of a cone. It's never been bent, never been stamped. The material has never been stressed. So we literally carve it with sophisticated machinery into the shape of a cone. And we can make it very strong because we can put these ribs in the back of the cone. And yet we can make the cone very thin and light. So there's no way you can smash this cone. It's just extremely rigid. And all of our mid-range cones and woofer cones are made this same way. In fact, Yoav took it a step further and created a huge 21-inch cone that uses this identical billet core process, again, made in-house in Denver, Colorado, and Arvada, Colorado. And this large 21-inch cone is a new driver that finds home in our Invincible subwoofer. The Invincible, that's I-N capital V, I-N-C-I-B-L-E, is a play on Yoav's name. Yoav's middle name is Vince. When he became an American citizen, he made his middle name Vince. It's a name that his brothers used to call him years ago when he was younger. So it's a play on, as you know, all of our speakers are named after family members. We have Carmel, which is his son. I believe, I apologize, Yoav, if I'm wrong, but I think Carmel's about 12. And then Haley is his daughter. I think Haley's 13. And then Sonia is his lovely wife. And so they're named after people. So he finally got something named after him, and that's the new Invincible sub. It's large. It's, I don't know how to show you here, but it's a very big subwoofer. You can get it with 1 woofer or with 2 woofers, which is very tall. And it's a subwoofer unlike anything that's ever been produced. It operates at very low frequencies, but just gives a sense of power and connection and anchor to the music in your room. So that's a neat product.